What's up everybody, Chinny here from the Veteran Gamers, and we're here to talk about Max Payne 3 multiplayer. That's right, they've released a new trailer on the multiplayer, and it's about time I made another video, so here we go. May the 15th it's coming out in the States, May the 18th it's coming out in good old Britannia, so it's coming up soon. And this trailer just kind of explores some of the multiplayer aspects. This is part 1 of I don't know how many parts. I could have looked that up, but I'm too lazy. But in this video, they talk about how, I mean, they talked about this quite a lot when they talk about the single player game. But they talk about how they want first person controls, first person shooting controls in a third person action game. And you look at these controls and they're very precise. They look very accurate. I haven't had any hands-on with the game, but they do look really precise, and you know, to be honest, like games like Red Dead Redemption, they have very precise controls, so you know, you think along those lines, and it's looking good for a third-person action game. Another thing to mention really is the minimap. The minimap kind of acts like, you know, your little guide throughout multiplayer, and it looks like it's going to function in the same way that the Call of Duty minimap acts. So when you shoot, you can see the enemy who's shooting. But there's something that I've noticed that I haven't seen before, is this little radius circle that pops up every time the character shoots, and it's similar to kind of when your reticle expands and your ammo and your accuracy goes down as you shoot more, and it kind of acts that way. It decreases after time, and every time you shoot it gets bigger. And I thought maybe that's a noise thing, like everybody in that radius on the map hears you, or you see people in that radius. But I thought that was kind of an interesting point to bring up, and maybe people can comment below and tell me what they think that might mean, because I haven't really got an answer for you. And another feature of the multiplayer is this roll. Now if you see, he's just dropped the gun there, and what you can do, you see the gun icon come up, and then you do a roll, and boom, all of a sudden, shotgun, pa-cha-pa, pa-cha-pa. But there's 3 things that this trailer explores. Here's the 3 things: bullet time, gang wars, and painkiller. These are, well, 2 of them are game modes, and one of them they just kind of bring up. So we'll look at bullet time first. Okay, so with bullet time there was 2 things that was mentioned. The one thing was that it was very subtle, but they said that bullet time is something called a burst. Now I took the word burst as meaning perk, like the same thing that we get in Call of Duty. So these perks or bursts or whatever you want to call them, something that you might only be restricted to 2 of them or 3 of them, or maybe even 1 of them, or you can only have a certain amount of during a multiplayer round. One of them is bullet time, and then I think in the other video, multiplayer videos, it's going to show you some of the other bursts. And the other thing that was mentioned, which is very difficult to get around in multiplayer, I believe other games that have had bullet time in them, such as Stranglehold in the multiplayer, it's slowed down for everybody in the match. Now with bullet time in Max Payne, what they've done is only people in the line of sight time slows down for, and the best example really is this clip here. So as we can see that Max Payne is behind these people, and then he sees 3 people, jumps, and time slows down for him, and he's managed to take all 3 of them down, which is super cool. So hopefully that will lead to some fantastic multiplayer matches. Okay, the next thing that the trailer goes into is gang war, so let's have a look at that. So in Gang Wars, they talk about how it can change the game mode each round. So maybe with the team that's losing, it will give them a slight advantage in the next round, give them a better vantage point or more players or something, so they can win the next round. They don't go into all the game modes, but the ones that I did see was pretty much, you know, the team deathmatch. And also that it looks like there's some kind of capture the bag, similar to capture the gold in Red Dead Redemption, as you can see here with this clip. Just above the mini-map you've got a little suitcase, and he rolls and picks something up there. If we slow it down, you can see that it says pick up, and you can roll and pick up like you can with weapons. Okay, and the third and final thing we're going to look at is Painkiller with a Y. Clever. So when they go into this, basically you can take the role. It's kind of like a co-op / horde / deathmatch going on. So you got Max Payne and Raoul, which is the other guy, which I'm guessing is in the single player campaign, and you team up as them. But if you manage to kill Max Payne or Raoul, you take over their role. So Roll and Max, they're loaded, and I bet they've got a lot of burst and lots of ammo, whereas the other guys, as you can see, they don't do a lot of diving, they don't do a lot of moving, so I'm guessing they don't have bullet time or the dive function or something. They're kind of handicapped in some way, and it's a little bit like Left 4 Dead, where if you're the infected, you're pretty much cannon fodder, and it's kind of, you know, win by numbers, and that's what I'm guessing this will be. Very interesting, kind of different, kind of new, so I'm looking forward to it. Thanks very much for watching. If there's anything that I didn't talk about and you spotted, hooray, you win, but you get nothing. But hey, comment below and let us know, and maybe we can all discuss some of the new cool things that are coming to multiplayer in Max Payne 3. As I said, the game's coming out May the 15th in the US of A and May the 18th in the UK, so we're all looking forward to it, and hopefully if you want some more, I'll bring you some more of these videos. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and all that jazz. Here's some links to some other videos that we've made. Thank you. Bye.